Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Philip. If you haven't met me already, my job as a counsellor and a psychologist is to shine a light on all things mental health. Remember to like this video, subscribe and also comment to let me know what you're dealing with and to keep the conversation going. Today, what I want to do is to talk to you about the 5 main things your therapist wants you to know before starting therapy, because there's loads of preconceptions as to what's expected, what your therapist wants, what is expected of anyone within therapy. So the first thing your therapist wants you to know is that therapy isn't a quick fix. The amount of people that call me and say, I want to have 1 or 2 sessions just to get an idea about how to fix my life. You have to remember, you spent a lifetime creating the way of relating to the world you have. It's not going to take 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 sessions to fix everything. I've been seeing people for years, but also I see people for 6 sessions as a minimum. And that 6 sessions leads you to make 1 or 2 pivotal changes in your life, a new expectation, a new realization of what it is that you've been dealing with. It's just shining a little light on what you need to work on. So 1 or 2 sessions isn't going to work, I'm afraid. And it's not a quick fix. It takes a lifetime, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. It just means you've got to make a start and do something right now which will help you in the future. No matter if it's 6 sessions or a lifetime. Next, number 2, no direction. Your therapist isn't going to tell you what to focus on, how to do it, and when to do it. Your therapist is almost like a passenger on your ride. They're just sitting next to you and they're just going to direct you as to understand your narrative, your story, your perspective from a different point of view. And remember also, your therapist doesn't have an expectation of you remembering everything. That's their job. And it doesn't need to be in a consistent order. Sometimes we get a bit jumbled up. It's not up to you to get everything right and to be perfect. What we're doing is we're building a picture together about how to understand your life. Therefore, you might get some things wrong. You might not remember exactly how it went, but that's okay. That's all part of the therapeutic process. There's no expectations to get anything right. Number 3, you don't need to prepare. People think they're going to come into therapy and they need reams and reams of paperwork, of diary extracts, all this information. What we want to see as therapists is you right now. Therefore, any homework you've done will help you to understand yourself better, but there's no expectation from us that you should have done any work. Remember, we're alongside. We're there to help and direct you and to give you the tools that you need to understand yourself better. Therefore, the homework you've done is based on who you were then. We're building a whole new you now. Don't think that you have to put any work in before you come to therapy because, again, we're going to help you to do that. Number 4, don't hold back. Therapy is a safe space for you to explore yourself, understand your motives, and build a new way to relate to the world. Therefore, if you're holding things back because you feel you're going to be judged by your therapist, it means you're not going to be honest, truthful, not just with a therapist, but with yourself too. And we need that honesty in the room in order to get your needs met. We need to notice when you feel judged. We need to notice when you're holding things back because there's a reason behind that. And the more information you give to your therapist about that, the more they can help you. The thing is that just because you do something wrong, you hold something back, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's about exploring it, being confident enough to talk to your therapist about it. Therapy is a safe space for you to build the new life for yourself. Try not to feel the judgment, and if you do fear it and do feel it, tell your therapist. Number 5, and the last thing your therapist wants you to know is that you deserve to be in therapy. The amount of people that come to me and say, Philip, I will go to therapy, but my problems aren't important enough. And that's all well and good saying that, but is it true? In fact, everyone's problems are just as important as anyone else's because they're yours. Therefore, if you want to go to therapy and explore your life and to gain a new perspective on it and to grow and develop as a person, you should be there. So that's the end of the video. And before I go, I want to ask you, how does therapy sound to you now? Why don't you leave me a comment sharing with me your thoughts on therapy? Any questions you got, I can answer them in a future video. Also, remember to like this video, subscribe to see plenty more to come. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.